Yay! Here we are. Hello, hello, everybody. It's Kathleen from Crafting Time. Welcome to the last day of the year. Thank goodness it's over. We can start over tomorrow with new thoughts, new goals, new everything. And I tell you, I'm excited for this next year. I have so much going on. And you're just going to have to wait and find out more as we go, right? I'm just going to move some stuff around here, so just a second. And I'm going to tip you down just a bit so you can see right here. This is where we'll be going to work. We're going to use a number of different items to make these hearts. We are forming them with our hands. And I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to be using pipe cleaners or Chanel stems or whatever you like to call them. We're going to use some fabric tulle type lace. I also got this what I call rag roses. I got the plain vanilla look, and I also have the flower style with the as the same pattern. I thought that was kind of just fun and different. And then of course I got this bubbly stuff. And let's see if I can get this off. And I'm gonna sneeze because I shook a big cloth that had a whole bunch of stuff on it, and I shook it off, and of course it went all over my face. And we're going to use some bubble top. What do they call this? I call it palm top. Okay, I call it bubbles. And we're using pipe cleaners, and I have this leftover Christmas ribbon that we'll be using, and of course traditional hot glue. So let me show you how I make these hearts, because a lot of people they think they need to have a form, and that kind of works. You can put it on there and run it around, but see what happens? It doesn't stay. And I feel an easier way. This to me is tedious. Hello Trisha Ann, Happy New Year. This to me is like problem after problem after problem after problem. So I don't use forms. What I do is I take my two ends and I make a little X, and I made sure I wore darker clothes so you could see today, and I twist them around each other like so. Okay, then I take this point here, the one that you just connected, and I pull it straight. This is my bottom. This will become the top. Now I'm bending this in. That becomes my center of my heart, and I just wiggle my item around my hand. You will hear people upstairs. I have company over. He got locked out of his house till late tonight. So, and you just kind of form it. See, that didn't take but seconds, right? And then as you see, it's kind of bowed, so you're just gonna kind of like tuck that back like so. So it's going to be bowed for just a bit. Not a big deal, right? Perfect little heart. Here's another one. We're going to make some hearts. We have Valentine's Day, guys, and I celebrate Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is a big day for my life. It is a day that I remember my mom on. It's the day she passed. And legally, no, the day she passed at home and legally passed away a couple days later. And so Mom died on Valentine's Day. Dad died on Thanksgiving. So anyway, I celebrate those two are my like biggest days. honoring them. So I thought it'd be fun, you know, to make these hearts. And my mom was the one that actually showed me this trick. I used to use this method. I would tape it, hold it, swing it, turn it, and then complain about it. My mom said I was working too hard. Imagine that. Years ago, Mom would tell me that. So you easily just make an X, and you can make your X big or small. It doesn't really matter. Now this will become the center, so I like to bend that. I got that there. I had to bend that one wire. Pull it. This becomes your end, and I make sure I have a point, not just a curve. I want it to be a point. That way, when this one didn't stay. When I bend this part to be the heart, I just have to form it. And it's pretty simple. Now, I've seen many people struggle with this, and I'm not kidding, I struggled for a while. But you come out with a pretty decent heart, and it doesn't take but a couple seconds. I just noticed I have different color reds. I got 3 different reds here. And they all came out of the same package. So I'm going to make these up real quick while everyone's jumping in. Thank you, thank you. Again, I turn that part down, pull that straight, keeping it simple. Pluck it down. And depending on what kind of heart you want to make, now I just like to make traditional hearts, but I can show you, like, let's say we wanted to make this one more lopsided. You know how you make a small heart and then a big heart on the other side? So then you would straighten out this end, make this more of a point. Make sure these don't have kinks. You don't want kinks. Kinks are what makes it look goofy. Now we want this to be more to a point. Let's see, you can even make those fun loop-sided hearts. Now again, at this point, you want this to be at a point. See that? Doesn't take but seconds. We'll leave that one like that. I don't know how many I'm going to do. We'll start with that many. That's fine. I'm going to be making more tonight, but we'll just do this much. So I cut off a piece of my tooling ribbon. I call it tooling ribbon. And I like to cut off this wire. This wire is not going to be any help to me. So you can either pull it out, very simply. Save that wire. You might want it for later. Sometimes they pull out nice. Sometimes they don't. So now it's flexible, which is really nice. Now this has sparkle on it, if you can see it. We're going to use a traditional. Making sure it fits into my little heart here. Just gotta, I had to bend it just a bit. So it looks like so. Okay, simple enough, right? But we're going to put our things on before we glue it down. So let's put on some of this ribbon. We know the shape now. So we're going to just simply glue on our ribbon around. Just decorating a Valentine, guys. Now I find it easier if you kind of like go around, you know, kind of how much you're going to need. So I got that, and then I'm going to give myself a little extra just because, you know, I may be measured wrong. Can you imagine that? Kathleen measuring wrong. Happens all the time. Now you can start any which side you want. You can start in the center and glue this on around. I'm actually going to glue it on here first because I want to be able to put the lace on top of that. So I'm going to actually do it backwards. No, I had it right the first time. Let me think about this. I want that side. Yeah. So this is how I'm doing it. So this is going to be glued onto the back. Then we're going to cut it out. And then this will be glued on the top. Gotta think, I haven't done them for a whole year, guys. So hot glue. And then you're going to lay it down. Try to keep its form. And I use a silicone mat. So I can pick it up. So there is my heart. Now I'm going to trim it off, take off my hot glue, and add a hot glue. It's ready to go for next time. So now we're going to trim it. How is everyone doing for New Year's? Are you all Trisha Ann, are you all able to drive now, or is your area still all snowed, or what do you got going on now? I think about you often. And then I'm just going to cut off that edge just a little bit. Anything that's peeking out on the side will be trimmed off. So you can make a lot of them like this, just simple little, I call it, see, it has little circles in them. I couldn't find any ribbon that had hearts on them yet. That was lace like this. All right, so we have that. Now this we're going to glue on the top edge. Now if you want that red showing, I would put it underneath. You could do it either way. Let's put it underneath for we have a little bit of red. And you want to make sure there's a right and a wrong to your ribbon, right? That you have the ribbon the correct direction. So when you're looking at it this way with the red, you're going to have it available or looking pretty. And I just start with a little simple line, hang it over the edge, and you just keep going around. And only do, if you have to make a little snip, make a snip in your fabric and just turn your ribbon. It will pucker just a bit, but that's okay. Because you're making a heart. See how that's going to be? Isn't that going to be beautiful? Now I know I'm going to have to make another little slip here. Around those curves, you're just going to make a tiny little slip. Just making sure I get it to the center here. Of course, you're going to have to make a little slot there and just glue it down. Makes it so much easier when you do just a little bit instead of this large area. Now it's going to bow out, as you see, it's bowing. So I like to make a little slit where it's bowing. And then we'll put another little piece of fabric just right in that little spot. But let's keep going here and I'll show you. Now we want this to go around again. Find your area that you're going to have to just put a little notch. That should work. And then follow your line. Again, we'll have to slice that one piece. This should be able to go all the way down. And decorating a Valentine is always a little more trickier than your other. And try to keep it like on that little edge. So now we have a little slot here we have to make. Which opens up your edges. And then as you see down here, I didn't make it long enough, so we're going to fix that as well. So take your flip it over, upside down. Find out about what you're going to need. And then cut it off at an angle. And then of course just glue it on in that spot. Now if it still seems a little long, you can trim it back. And you'll have to do that most likely with any kind of ribbon like this. And then I just take a little hot glue, just a smidge, and put it on the corners. So you cover up the corner. You're going to cut off that little notch. See that little notch there? Doesn't quite match it, so just trim it off. Now we're going to do the same thing over on this side. So I got hot glue underneath my nail. And usually it's about a half. It's not very big that you'll need. Usually something that size. Fits in your little spot. Can always retrim it back. Super fun kind. And again, you're going to smidge off your corners. Just a smidge. And if it overlaps a little too far, then you know exactly how much you're going to cut off. My hot glue didn't come through. There it goes. And a smidge, guys, just a smidge. You put a lot on there, you're going to burn yourself. And then I'm just cut anything off that is sticking too high up. Super and adorable. Now we're going to put one right down here at the bottom. Again, you're going to use the back. And I'm going to use a full so I use this much, and now I'm going to put just a little slight right there because this is the V part. So we're going to have to bend it just a bit. Flip it over. Make sure you have it the right direction. Bend it just a bit, not a lot, friends, just a little. And again, you're going to just a smidge on the ends. And the rest you trim off. Very simple. Isn't that cute? We just made our first Valentine's, and it's not even New Year's. It's New Year's Eve. Now we're going to cut off anything that is sticking out that doesn't look pleasant, but here's one. Now, isn't that adorable? Again, we have the snow melted. Finally. Thank you. So there's our first one. We'll save that one. We're going to still use this red ribbon because this is what I have at my table. Again, we're going to glue this on. So let's just cut off a piece about so long. Are you doing anything for New Year's, Trisha Ann? Just bending it with me? Now this time we're going to use one of our pretty flowers here. Very simply, and I'm going to trim off this little extra ribbon all around it so we have just the flower. I'm cutting off the tooling around the flower. I won't be saving those pieces. Okay, sparkle side goes down. Take your heart, make sure it fits. Add your hot glue. Don't use fabric glue. Let it cool for just a second because you'll burn your fingers because that's clear for you're watching you. Oh, thank you, and staying home. Sounds like an awesome plan. I forgot to go to the liquor store and get us some champagne, but so. All right, now we're going to trim this around. Thank you, Trisha Ann, for being with me. I love it. And I try to do it right underneath the, I didn't take the wire off, so I'm having a little issue there. Don't forget to drop it. That's what I do best. So now you have your heart that I just smashed. Did you see me smash it? Very cute. Now this fuzzy little guy can go right in the middle. It does take up, I just put it in the center here, guys, because I do want it to pop out a little bit. Different ways to do things. Now fluff it out. Remember, we only did the center, so the center is the only thing that's going to stick. Move it over if it can cool. I have a little hot glue stick out there. Do you see it? I'm going to trim that off. And look how cute that came. Simple, simple little fun. The back looks like so. Still pretty. I wasn't sure if I was really going to like this little ribbon. Now it's been pushed and flattened, so I suggest that you like mess around with it to loosen it up. If you feel it's too loose there, you know, go ahead and tack it down. A little glue, not tons, but you want to fluff out your rose, or whatever you want to call this kind of. I call it a rag rose. What do they call it anyway? It's 100% polyester. Spiky rose. So I was close. Super cute, super fun. I got it a little high here, so I'm going to trim that off because I know that just is going to bother me. Won't bother anybody else. So 2 adorable little hearts. Thank you for those hearts. All right, now let's say we don't want anything in the center. We want just a heart, and let's use some of this. And you're just going to glue it on after you take all the tape off. Where'd that tape come from? I didn't see that before. Now you want the palms to be on the outside. I suppose you could do them on the inside if you wanted. Not me. Now this will be a little tougher because you're there's nothing to hold the form. And you might have to kind of crunch it a little around the curve. Oh, goodness. This hot device that I have, the legs don't bend on it, and I get my stuff connected, hitting it all the time. I like it because it holds it up, but it sticks. It always hits where I don't want it. It's a personal problem, I think. Super cute. Loving it. See? It's coming. Thank you for sprinkling me out, friends, on both Facebook and in YouTube land. It is so awesome. I opened YouTube just in case Facebook failed and vice versa. Okay, so now I'll cut that kind of like right in between. So now you have a open-faced little item here with a little extra stuff in it. That's really adorable, but it's still not Not shooting out any beautifulness to me. So let's add a little something. I had some stuff here. Well, not like that either. Well, I have absolutely no red left. But we can add some sparkle dots. Now hopefully these are connected. Sweet. Little dot just to help hold it. Just a little line. Just giving it some bling. Now this is an open-faced one. It's not the closed. And these are just actually long enough to work a small area at a time, which is really nice. So you're still getting the white and you're still getting the bling. A palm that wants to be in the show. Some palms like that. Oh, this is cute. Super cute. Let's finish this edge off. Took about 3 rows. And around the curved part, I like to add just a little hot glue. And it'll be about too short. It just has to work that way. Super cute little crafts. Being it's just the 2, I will be putting the hot glue in between. It might only be 1 too. We'll see. I think it needs the 2. I put hot glue right inside my fingernail. Ah. But how adorable is that? Take out your hot glues. Let me just take my little brush and swoop them off. Looking cute. That adorable? Now remember that wire we got rid of here just a little bit ago? you could take that. And I got these cute, adorable little, like, butterflies. I got flower pots. I got a little birdie. These. Let's stick a little birdie in there. And I don't have no tiny little hearts. We're just going to go around the top here. I'm just going to hang it down just a bit. Now you're going to see that a little bit, but hey, it'll be still really cute. I'm cutting off about an inch, maybe a tad more. Now let's see, we gotta make this maybe a cute little bluebird or something. Grab a blue. Red. Here's the blue. I'm just using my markers. These are just Sharpies. I suggest painting them. But I don't want to get my paints out. So we'll just color this little birdie. And I'm going to flip him over and do the back side because he might switch around. Not doing the beak. Leave the beak the natural color. Matches my shirt just perfectly. Very simple and fast. Now I am going to give it a sparkle on the eye, on both eyes. One on each side. Not both eyes. Now these do have a little bit of tape on them, but I don't trust the tape. Trust the process, but not the tape. So I got a cute little birdie. Take off that little hot glue. Doesn't have to dangle or anything, but see, get it off me. Let's see, this way. There we go. So you can see the little birdie inside with the bling. Super cute. So these are super fun little crafts that you can do. Very simple. It's just getting that heart to look, you know, fun. Now this one is a lopsided heart. Let's do this one a little bit different. Let's add a back to it. No big deal. So it's going to have the black, or the black, goodness sakes, where did black come in? I'm going to make sure my heart is like no kinks in it. You want it, you know, Chanel is very easy to work with. A lot easier than people give it credit for. And we're going to just glue it on just like we've been. like so. Give it a second to cool. You can use little finger protectors. I have them, but man, I had problems with those too. Once it's cool, you can pull off the little glue if it's gone through completely. Sometimes it does. And trim it around, of course. Now this is that fun little heart. Ah, look, the hot glue wasn't dry yet. I'm too fast for my hot glue, guys. Imagine that. And I try to cut it just slightly underneath the chenille. Now this is the lopsided heart. Sometimes we have relationships that are lopsided. Let's have a little fun with this. I have this crazy beads. I don't know, Mardi Gras beads. I don't know what this is from. Christmas beads. Oh, I tied a knot. Ah. Yeah. Just trying to untie it. There we go. And I'm going to put that on the inside. That would be kind of fun. Now these you'll have to completely glue down. And I think they show up a little bit better than the beads. And then I'm tucking it right into the glue into the corner of the little heart. Super fun way to make a, I didn't use much, but it is brighter. I gotta carefully lift it off your mat, because see, all that glue comes to the back. Let's see how much, see, it's so much brighter than those, than this, I think. I'm going to let that glue kind of dry, and then I'm going to just kind of peel off what's not stuck. Making sure none of that shows up on the outside. I don't really so much care about this side, because we can take another little thing and we're going to, again, hopefully I did it in the right spot. Now this time I am going to kind of like form it, because we want it to match the best we can. Is that going to be? And once you get this side like formed, this peak and this point here, most likely your heart will be perfect for what you're looking for. There's the lopsided heart. Now that's really lopsided. Try to unbend it. See? And that we're going to glue on to this side. And I'm thinking, let's use a little bit of this to go on it first. So we're going to flip it over. Now it's not going to matter which way this goes, but we're going to follow that around. And this will make a good double-sided trying to get that up there. Little heart. Again, trying to keep the hot glue from falling inside the heart. Okay. Oh, that's stuck. And this can bend here a little bit, so you're going to kind of like kink it over. But we want to keep that little tiny ball at the point if we can. Oops, ran out of hot glue. So I'm making a little bit of a pleat here to keep that little ball hopefully at its tip. Is that sticking in my finger again? Hi Patricia, how are you? I was kind of tired of snowmen, though a lot of us have snow, and I love you all, so that's how we did these hearts today. Let me trim that off. Hopefully that trimmed nice. I have one too many of these little balls here, so I'm going to try to take this little ball out. Then we're going to glue our little other heart to the back. Make sure it fits. Bend what needs to be bent. And I suggest that you glue, when you add a top heart like this, you glue the point of both sides. And then glue the rest. I'm not going to need a lot. Put it where you need it. And then tack this down. And tack the other side down. I'll have to make that just a little bit, not so peaked. I don't want no extra, what do you call, points. You only need 2 points on a heart. Look how cute that is. This is the back. Now you can add the beads inside. That would be kind of cute. be a little bit harder because of the item not having nothing there to press on. Hopefully I got glue there. Can't really see it. And that also covers up your little bit of glues that you might have on the edge. Pack it right into the side. And there you have a really fun little heart. That's not quite dry, and I have some pom-poms that don't want to be poms, so it's just really cute. Really cute. Hi, Brooklyn. We playing to Brooklyn? Great, thank you. So here's one heart here. Again, this one's very plain. I think we should put a heart around the outside of this one. This one is just the bird, and then on this side, you could have it either way. You could add, again, this side has the bling, this side does not. If you want just a plain little heart, Valentine heart, here's a nice one. And then you have your offset heart. And gosh knows, we always have a little offset heart here and there, don't we? So I'm going to, on this offset one, I'm going to add another stem. My company upstairs is getting tired. I'm hearing them yawn. Okay, so we want it to be about right there. We're gonna make sure this bends. Again, we're trying to do a perfect little heart here. It looks like that's perfect. Take out my little bends. Easiest wire to work with. Easiest wire. Now friends, I put these in like a nice little basket or something like that, and I add a little bit of just want to make sure the top gets I add a little tag to them. It will say, you know, Happy Valentine's Day, or take me if you love me. Things like that. Ooh, that's hot. So now you have a double lip on this side. So I like to take, again, I'll use my bling. Actually, I'm going to use this. This is just going to be in my, oh, look at that. I tied a big knot. Gosh. So we're going to use this up as much as we can in the next week. Because as you see, it's in my way. Gracious me. Oh, and I got a knot right smack in the middle. Look at that. And I had it all untangled before I did that. Crazy. So, this is going to go around its edge on the outside. Super cool. It's fun just to do little fun crafts like this. Now just be careful you don't burn yourself, because you know now you're on the edge. And if you use the same size piece of wire or Chanel or pipe cleaner, whatever you like to call them, don't burn me there, that's not a good spot. Burn my fingers, but not anywhere else. Now come to here. And then you have a nice cute edge. As you can see, it's kind of bent, so we're going to try to flatten that once it cools. Just had to burn myself there. But super fun. You could add another little heart little guy here, flower if you want on the other side. I think we should. And these flowers are connected. And I just cut off this little truling. Vacuum cleaner clogger, I call it. Oh, I didn't use the white one. I could have used the white one. We'll just put it in here. And it has a nice little spot in the center where everything comes together on it. That's the spot that I use. And then I just fluff it out. And see, now you have a double-sided heart filled. Super cool. I got my broom with this one. I use Melogel on my burns, and it takes away the pain within seconds, guys. As soon as I get the hot glue off. Get it from the Wellness Company. It's called Melogel from the Wellness Company. There we go. Pain's gone. So how fun. Did you like this craft, guys? Now I have to take off all these hot glues that I have on them. Anybody have a favorite one that I did? We have this one here that has the little bluebird. We have the traditional heart one. Now this one we didn't do anything but put on the Chanel, and I think we should put a one on the back. So we will do that, because I like to have them fully beautiful. There's another one. Super adorable. Let's put on a one on this one. As well. Just to make it a finished look on the back. Since they're kind of like tags, I kind of like to See, it makes like a perfect, this one was a little bit off. I think I got my peak in the wrong spot, so I'm going to try to shift it just a bit. An issue there. Didn't want to bend. Typical. And it's harder to do once you already pre-bent it. I think this will be good. We'll do a one-shot lay. Have much of a peak there. Hit the hot glue in the same spot, guys. Alright, so tell me which one you like. This is double-sided. They're all double-sided. This is a traditional Valentine heart. The broken-hearted. I call these the grandma rose. And the bird. Look at that hot glue is still hanging out. Super cool. Now add a little love tag onto these guys and you will have the cutest little bowl of gifts for the upcoming holiday of Valentine's Day. Friends always like something a little special. You could add a chain onto them or make it into keychains. Add a little love note. Could add a little bird or something into this. Just glue on something, little confetti hearts. Thought would be really cute. I haven't seen those out yet in my area. They just put out Christmas in my area just before Christmas. I'm telling you, that's so maddening to me. But I hope you like this craft, guys. I'll probably be back on a little bit later. I'm going to go visit with my company, and after they leave, you like them all? You can't pick? Oh, I'm sorry. But I will be back on. But they're super cute. Which one do you think is the best? I couldn't pick. I wouldn't be able to. Now this one has the bling on one side and the red on the other. They're all really pretty. Thank you, Becky. And those are the pretty rose hearts. I believe they're adorable too. Now you could just do just your fabric, you know, and the Chanel. And these are just the fuzzy ones. These aren't the glitter ones. These are the regular pipe cleaners. All they are. So I'll show you one more time, because I know you guys are probably going to go and get one and try it out. So you wrap your X around each side. Very simple. Bend that. Pull this till it's straight. See how it's straight? Now you're going to pinch this. Open it back up. That becomes your top. Bend this in. And you're almost there. Bend it in and form it. And now you have your heart. Take out any of your little kinks. You want it to be a very nice looking heart. And it's that simple. Not hard. So, go try them. Go make some. Shoot. Put them on here on this page in this showing, and let me see your hearts that you come up with. It's a great fun craft, and you know, I'm just using what's on my table, guys. All this was on my table. Actually, it was right here beside me. But when we come back, we will I'll probably do a chalk couture. I have this big one from my work. I washed it all off. It was the Christmas one that said simply having a wonderful Christmas time. I think I have that's my goal. That's what I'm thinking of doing. But I'm going to use this lovely rose on it with I'll probably use red and green rose things on it, or maybe do it in a light thing, and then find a beautiful fun might have to do it tomorrow. I have a lot of Christmas stuff here, guys. I need to get other ones for that are not Christmas. I have a ton of Christmas. But if we don't do that, we'll do a smaller one. Because I have a few that, some people asked for some more cardinals. If I could do the cardinal without making it look Christmassy. I didn't think my Christmas cardinal looked Christmassy, but I need a few more. Maybe we'll do those. We'll do the cardinal, because then I can look for Valentine's. These are going in my little basket, and these are what I will be giving out for Friday wins. You'll get a set of some sort. Not every Friday. We don't want everyone to have the same thing. I'll try to loosen it up. So my mices and I say Happy New Year, and we'll see you in a little while. Bye-bye. Oh, not working. Typical. See y'all in a little